everybody, welcome back to another video, the T on NPD and relationships. Hello family, thank you all so much for coming back and watching another video. Thank you for hitting the like button, thank you for sharing, thank you for your time, your patience, thank you all so much. Listen, of course y'all know that we do our Thursday night live streams. We are live right here on the channel every Thursday night at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We are live right here on the channel. I want to see you here. I'd love to see you here on the channel. In the chat, come on out and invite a few folks. Of course, every time we drop a video on the channel, the goal of the day is 1.2K plus, okay? If you rocks with your girl, if you rocks with your girl, hit that like button one time for me, okay, family? So listen, let's jump into the topic of this video. I want to talk about, the fact that, what happens when a narcissist can no longer control you. I want to talk about this because a lot of you are finding your way out of these addictionships. Hallelujah. Praise God for that. Okay, you're finding your way out of these addictionships and you are moving on. But there is a place that you hit this place after the devaluation where you really realize this is abuse. This is abuse. This is not supposed to be happening. Okay, and so you begin to kind of pull back. You begin to kind of just think about some things, put some things into perspective, and you begin to do to the narcissist some of the things that they are doing to you. Now, it's not because you become a narcissist, but a lot of times you have to behave like that with them, basically to let them know that, hey, I'm a person with feelings too. There's survival mechanisms that you put in place to survive with these sidestepping zebras. I said it, okay? But when they lose control, this is where it gets dangerous, okay? This is where it gets dangerous, and this is why I want to talk about it. Because anytime a narcissist is losing control of supply, this is never a good time for them, okay? It's never a good time for them, and it's probably one of the most dangerous times that a survivor, it's probably one of the most dangerous times in the addictionship for a survivor, okay? Basically what starts to happen is when they lose control of you, they start to do all types of things to bring you back under the control. They'll start out with, a lot of times with, they'll try the sweet route or the kind route. So they'll try to love bomb you. Okay. They'll try that. If that doesn't work, then what they will do, is they will become progressively more aggressive. You understand what I'm saying? And this, you really need to understand this, because sometimes, there's been a lot of survivors hurt severely during this time. Because one thing about a narcissist is that they have to have control over you, okay? And when they start to lose control over you, it threatens the false self, okay? And it threatens that, and it gives them a narcissistic injury. And depending on what degree, to what degree they're losing control over you is going to depend on how aggressive they can become. So it threatens that false self, and what they see that as is betrayal. Okay, they see it as betrayal. I know it, y'all. I know y'all probably sitting there like, how is it that I'm betraying them because I'm taking my life back? This is what they do. They have to have control over you. So when they're losing control over you, and they begin to see you slipping away, they begin to panic. And a lot of times y'all have seen the narcissist go through what we call you may not see a full destabilization, but you will see them actually lose their crap. Okay, they will start to argue with you. They will, if the being kind to you doesn't work, that fake kindness, then the next thing that they're going to do is they're going to bring in fear and control. You know, that they already have to have control, but they're going to pull in that fear factor. Okay, and they're going to start telling you stuff like, if you've not made up your mind whether you want to leave or not, that's one of the things that they're going to absolutely wave out in front of you, especially if you have a fear of abandonment. If they know that you have abandonment wounds, that is one of the things that they're going to put out there in your face to make you come, to make you back down, to basically give them the controls back and say, okay, you know, I'm going to just let it go, whatever, and let them have the control again. Okay? Narcissists don't like being out of control. This is where they actually go, they go in. They will go in. And to the degree of, I'm talking about, you have to be very, very careful. Because when they start to lose control, this is where you see them they will start doing things, damaging things. The smear campaign will ramp up again, because they want to bring you back under subjection of that of their rule and their authority. They'll start doing that. They'll call you several times a day. You know, even if you're living with them, just checking up on you constantly. Basically what they want to do is put you back in your place. They want to put you back up under that spell and that control, because they understand that, listen, if I lose control of this individual, I may not ever be able to regain control. That's the whole idea. That's the whole idea of getting away from them. But they don't like it, because it threatens the false self, and they don't ever want to have supply that they cannot control. They need to be able to control you, because that is their security. That is their security. Ain't that crazy? These Chinese crustaceans need to control you, because that control gives them that security. Why would you ever want to control someone? Why? But this is what they do. This is what they do. So what they'll do is they'll do all types of mean, and they'll start acting erratically. Please don't get in the car with them. If you're arguing with them and they're talking to you about, oh, you just don't want to listen to me, you don't want to do this, you don't want to do that, the last thing you want to do is get in the car with them. They will drive down the road, I'm talking about at speeds that's just ridiculous. It's just a dangerous place to be. Don't get in the car with them. Don't get in close proximity, close spaces with them. Try to avoid being alone with them until you can get your plan together to completely be able to vacate the premises. Because once they start losing control of you, you can expect that demon to pull out all the stops. Okay, all the stops. They gonna be coming down the tracks like a freight train with no brakes on, baby. And I'm telling you, they are going to be applying the pressure. That false self cannot take it, y'all. That false self is not built. It's not built to be out of control. That false self cannot take injuries. Okay? And that is a huge injury for them not to be able to manipulate you, to control you, make you fear them, and do all kinds of things. This is what happens when they cannot control you. When you start seeing the light and you start gaining revelation on what is happening to you, and you know that you are in an abusive situation and it's time to go, baby, let me tell you what you got to do. You have to plan your work and work your plan back. Because let me tell you something. When you start to mirror that narcissist and give them some of those same awful things and doing some of the things that they do to you, and you're planning, you better plan in silence. and you better move in stealth mode, because I'm telling you, they're going to be watching your every move. You will find trackers on your car. You will find tracking mechanisms on your cell phones when they start to lose control, because this right here is what sends them flipping. Do you hear me? This right here sends them, they trip completely out, totally, when they are losing control of you. So you got to put things into perspective, and you have to understand that this is not a time to play. This is definitely not a time to play with a narcissist. Understand that when you are dealing with a narcissist and you are pulling away from them, they can feel it, they know it, they can sense it before it happens. But you better have your plan in place. Don't play around with it, family. Do not play around with it. When you know that you are getting ready to get up out of there and you are pulling back and you are letting that narcissist know that, nah, I'm not, this right here is about to be over. You about to do a curtain call on them? Plan your work. And I'm talking about you move in silence, move in stealth mode. Don't tell anybody your business. You make your plan and you get up out of there. Because once they've lost full control over you, you don't want to be around that narcissist. They are going to turn into that Dr. Y'all know the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. They are going to lose it. You understand me? So don't play around with it, family. Move in stealth mode. Get up out of there. Handle your business and never look back. Because once they lose control, it's over. All gloves are off. And listen, anything goes on the table. That's the way they move. And that's the way they get down, family. All right? So I want to put this out here for you because I want you to understand that is a very serious, crucial time for the survivor, for you all as survivors. And I need you to really pay close attention to what's happening around you. Move it. Remember, move in silence. Keep it low key. Don't make waves. When you get ready to go, you just have an exit plan and don't come back. Don't come back, because if you come back, the payback that because they're going to be seeking revenge already. So once you leave, you got to let it be over. You have to let it be over. But this is what happens when the narcissist loses control over you, family. All right. So I wanted to put this out here for you today. You all have a wonderful day today. Do something nice for yourself, okay, family? And I will see you all on the next video. And I will see you all healed at the top. I love you, family. Shalom. Peace.